to like 5 different nurseries looking for stuff. And then I have to put it together. You know, I know how to put it together, but I bet you, 95% of us don't know how to put something together that makes sense and meets those water requirements, etc. So could this chief stealth easement become a nursery stock growing area that the whole city goes to, and we have a little retail outlet where that stuff can be sold. It could be a wholesale.
Got a community co-op thing to do.
Yeah.
To do that.
And it could be a wholesaler to the city for all their nursery stock needs. And it could become a place where if contractors were building roofs that needed special plants to put on the roofs, they could come here to find. I mean, they would just know. Everyone would know. Go to Rainier Valley for that kind of nursery stock. And then the way it could tie in to cleaning up the side streets is that you have all these traffic circles that are dilapidated and also have maintenance needs. And you could create little demonstration islands on a walking tour for people to get ideas on good-looking traffic circles that don't require water, because we had a gentleman killed 2 years ago from watering a traffic circle. So you could create these traffic circles, and then the co-op would maintain these traffic circles because they need to have it looking good for people to get ideas off of it. So we have someone who maintains it, and then we clean up our side streets, and we have everyone looking to Rainier Othello as a leader of these kind of projects that you can do yourself. So.
Awesome.
Can I just point out one thing that was not on the radar screen, and I think this is a great, total separate idea, but right across the street here is a Seattle Public Schools building, the former Van Asselt School that's now down at the African American Academy building. So that has a fully functioning field turf field behind it that is in use with Seattle Public Parks and is programmable. But that building is idle because it's old and not up to code getting there. So that has mass potential for future use. I know they'll probably hold on to it for a while. I mean, you can see right there. But, I mean, we could think what space there, while it is idle, it already has amazing views of Boeing Field and the Olympics. So why not incorporate it into this idea in terms of identifying it as a walk an extra 100 yards and get amazing views, play soccer, and or future acquisition of some of that property for whatever.
I know that.
I mean, if it went bye-bye and that was a whole other park, it would be a mini beacon. You know what I'm saying? In terms of just beautiful views, potential huge site. So just throw that there.
I know that there's some community leaders in discussion with the city to talk about having the school be able to lease out to them, or for very affordable prices for the various communities, ethnic communities that are in the areas, whatever it is, to go and just sort of become a hub of programmings and essential locations for the variety of communities to start to coalesce together rather than being scattered all over the place. So I think there's that idea there. So I think in terms of having an additional place for co-op or something like that would be fantastic.
It's a good site.
Yeah. So we just need to get in connection to see if they can be supportive of our ideas too.
What's the name of that group again?
I just talked to one person, and I think she runs El Centro de la Raza. What's her name?
Estella?
Estella, that's right. Yeah. So I think her or something. Maybe we'll.
Not really.
I'll talk to her and see what some of the groups that are involved in talking about that, and then we'll share that idea.
One idea too that came up with our group, just on a perhaps like simpler or more shorter term, level too, is just as this area as a gateway to the community. And I like the idea of extending our idea of the ribbon a little bit past this park down to this overlook and so forth. So you get this connection further that to the west, but at least just cleaning up this corner, you know, beautifying it a little bit, and so that's one shorter term solution that could, you know, whoever the landowner, if it's still the school district or whatever, could, you know, be brought in on.
Well, this one too is just totally bare with the asphalt. I mean, it's paved all the way up to the tippy top, and it could really become it could be softened and become a gateway. And I don't want to forget, this road Othello is just wide enough where cars park halfway on the sidewalk and halfway on the road. And so if you want to strengthen this connection to Rainier Avenue and beyond to Seward, we could add a landscape buffer and widen the sidewalk and eliminate that disturbing parking, because no one walks on the sidewalk when the cars park like that. So this could be an opportunity to create a landscape buffer, which would be a really strong visual connection, I think, off the park towards Seward.
Great, awesome ideas.
I've got another idea. I just thought about it. When the group was going, I couldn't think of anything, so I wouldn't. But, you know, again, you think about the little walking path that's on Beacon Avenue. You know, looking at that linkage, too. You think about, you know, Old Van Askel School, then linking that all together, too, to fit into that.
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Oh, and there is also Myrtle, where the biking, I don't actually know where this ends, because this becomes a cul-de-sac, and then there's that stair that hooks up with another cul-de-sac, and then there's this abandoned, overgrown bowl vacant lot here too. But that could become another connection, and then that lot could become maybe some sort of stormwater demonstration filtration thing for our, you know, roads and stuff.
Yeah, and then there was talk, we spoke also of putting a traffic light Rainier there at Myrtle, and then
We actually talked to some people in the city about that, and they said that it was too close to Costello to put an actual light there, but potentially a crosswalk.
Crosswalk where you just slow down. Okay.
Great ideas, everyone. That was phenomenal.